As the chosen one, your decision to abstain from carnal distractions has set you apart in a world often consumed by fleeting pleasures. This choice is not only reshaping your life, but also transforming how others perceive you. People are beginning to recognize the depth of your character, the strength of your convictions, and the clarity of your purpose. This newfound importance isn't an accident. It's the fruit of your commitment to living a life aligned with God's will. Reflect on how your identity has shifted since you made this decision. In a world that often measures worth by external accomplishments or physical appearances, you've chosen to anchor your identity in something eternal. As the chosen one, your value is no longer tied to what the world thinks of you, but to the purpose God has placed within you. This shift in identity is both empowering and humbling. It reminds you of your divine calling while keeping you rooted in God's grace. This new identity comes with its own challenges. Reflect on the initial discomfort or resistance you may have faced when stepping into this role. Perhaps old habits or societal pressures tempted you to return to a more familiar, less demanding path. But as the chosen one, you've risen above these challenges, allowing your commitment to God to define your actions and choices. How did you overcome these initial hurdles, and what lessons did they teach you about perseverance and faith? Consider how your new identity is influencing your interactions with others. As the chosen one, people are naturally drawn to you, sensing a strength and peace that sets you apart. Reflect on these interactions. How have they changed? Are people approaching you for advice, encouragement, or simply to be in your presence? This isn't about pride. It's about recognizing the light of God within you that others are beginning to see. How can you steward this influence responsibly, ensuring that your actions point others toward God? Finally, reflect on the internal transformation that has accompanied this shift in identity. As the chosen one, you may find yourself thinking differently, prioritizing differently, and even dreaming differently. What goals and aspirations have emerged since you embraced this path? How has your relationship with God deepened, and how is that relationship shaping your understanding of yourself and your purpose? Embracing your new identity as the chosen one is a journey, not a destination. It's a daily commitment to live with integrity, humility, and faith. Celebrate the progress you've made, reflect on the lessons you've learned, and trust that God is continuing to work in and through you. This is the beginning of something extraordinary, a life that reflects His glory and fulfills His purpose. As the chosen one, your commitment to purity and devotion to God has created an undeniable spiritual magnetism. People are drawn to you, not because of anything superficial, but because they sense something deeper, something different. This magnetism is a testament to the transformative power of your spiritual journey, a reflection of the light you carry and the peace you exude. It's not about being better than others. It's about embodying a life aligned with divine truth. Reflect on the ways this magnetism has manifested in your life. Are you finding that people seek you out for advice, encouragement, or simply to share their struggles? Perhaps they can't articulate why they're drawn to you, but they recognize the strength and authenticity you bring to every interaction. As the chosen one, this magnetism is not about you. It's about the God who works through you. Reflect on how you've responded to this increased attention. Are you using these moments to guide others toward God, or are you still learning to navigate the responsibility that comes with being a spiritual influence? Spiritual magnetism is both a gift and a challenge. Reflect on the balance you're learning to maintain between being available to others and protecting your own spiritual well-being. As the chosen one, it's easy to pour out so much that you risk neglecting your personal time with God. How are you ensuring that your well doesn't run dry? Consider the importance of boundaries and self-care in sustaining your ability to serve others while staying connected to your source of strength. This magnetism also invites a deeper reflection on the role of humility. As people admire you or seek your guidance, it can be tempting to take pride in their attention. Reflect on how you keep your heart grounded, remembering that all you have and all you are is a reflection of God's work in your life. How do you ensure that the focus remains on Him and not on yourself? As the chosen one, humility is not a limitation. It's a powerful reminder of the purpose behind your influence. Finally, reflect on how this magnetism aligns with your larger calling. The attention and admiration you're receiving are not ends in themselves, they're opportunities to lead others closer to God. How can you use this platform to share your testimony, encourage others in their own journeys, and glorify the one who has called you? As the chosen one, your magnetism is a tool for transformation, both for yourself and for those who encounter you. Spiritual magnetism is a profound responsibility, chosen one. Embrace it with gratitude and grace, knowing that it is a reflection of your commitment to God and a reminder of the impact your journey can have on others. Let it inspire you to continue growing, serving, and shining as a light in the world. As the chosen one, your commitment to abstaining from carnal distractions and devoting yourself to God has granted you a profound and growing influence. This influence is not self-created. It is a divine gift and a reflection of the light and integrity that others now see in you. You are becoming a beacon of hope, inspiration, and guidance for those around you. This is a sacred responsibility, one that calls for discernment, humility, and a steadfast focus on your spiritual mission. Reflect on the nature of your influence. Have you noticed how people are drawn to your wisdom, calm demeanor, or unwavering faith? Perhaps they seek your advice, confide in you, or look to you as an example of how to live a life of purpose. This is not by accident. As the chosen one, your journey has made you a source of spiritual clarity in a world often clouded by confusion and distraction. Reflect on how this influence has changed your interactions with others. How do you approach conversations or relationships differently now that you recognize the impact of your words and actions? Influence comes with the responsibility to lead by example. Reflect on how you are embodying the values you speak about: integrity, humility, and faithfulness. As the chosen one, your influence is most powerful when it is lived out authentically. Consider the areas where you excel in this regard and the areas where you feel you still have room to grow. How are you ensuring that your actions align with your words? This alignment is not only crucial for maintaining your integrity, but also for inspiring trust and respect in those who look to you for guidance. Your influence also provides an opportunity to uplift and empower others. Reflect on how you can use your position to encourage those around you. Who in your life needs a kind word, a listening ear, or reminder of their own potential? As the chosen one, your influence is not about elevating yourself, but about lifting others up. Reflect on how you can be intentional about pouring into the lives of others, helping them discover their own strengths and purpose. At the same time, consider the challenges that come with influence. Not everyone will understand or appreciate your journey. Some may question your motives, misunderstand your actions, or even feel intimidated by the changes in you. Reflect on how you've handled these situations. How have you maintained grace and humility in the face of criticism or misunderstanding? As the chosen one, your ability to navigate these challenges with love and patience is a testament to the depth of your spiritual maturity. Finally, reflect on the source of your influence. This journey is not about glorifying yourself, but about pointing others to God. How are you ensuring that your influence serves as a reflection of His love and truth? As the chosen one, you are called to be a vessel of His light, guiding others not toward yourself, but toward Him. Reflect on how you can continue to align your influence with His purpose, ensuring that every word and action honors the calling you've been given. The power of influence is a profound gift, chosen one. Embrace it with humility and intentionality, knowing that it is both a reflection of your journey and a tool for inspiring others. Use it wisely, and let your life be a testimony to the transformative power of faith and devotion. As the chosen one, your decision to live a life of purity and devotion has not only brought you influence, but also admiration. People are drawn to your strength, your clarity, and your unwavering commitment to your values. This admiration can be both uplifting and challenging, as it places you in a position of visibility and responsibility. How you handle this admiration will shape your impact and your ability to stay true to your spiritual path. Reflect on the ways admiration has manifested in your life. Are people expressing respect for your choices, seeking your guidance, or simply wanting to spend time in your presence? While it may feel affirming, it's important to remember that admiration is not about you. It's about what others see in you that inspires them. As the chosen one, this admiration is a reflection of God's work in your life, and it calls for humility and gratitude. Handling admiration requires a grounded sense of identity. Reflect on how you stay connected to who you are as the chosen one. Have you developed practices, such as prayer or journaling, that remind you of your purpose and keep you focused on God? These practices are essential for maintaining humility and ensuring that admiration does not lead to pride. As the chosen one, your identity is not tied to the praise of others, but to the calling you've received from God. Consider, too, the challenges that admiration can bring. Reflect on moments when the attention of others felt overwhelming or distracting. Have you struggled with the temptation to seek approval or validation from people rather than from God? As the chosen one, these challenges are opportunities to deepen your faith and reliance on Him. How do you guard against letting admiration influence your decisions or shift your focus away from your spiritual goals? Admiration also provides opportunities to guide and inspire. Reflect on how you can use this attention to point others toward God. Are there moments when you've shared your story, your faith, or your wisdom with those who admire you? As the chosen one, your influence can serve as a bridge, helping others discover their own spiritual paths. Consider how you can be intentional about using admiration as a platform for encouragement and testimony. Finally, reflect on the balance between receiving admiration and staying accessible. While admiration places you on a pedestal in the eyes of others, it's important to remain approachable and authentic. How do you ensure that people feel comfortable engaging with you rather than viewing you as unreachable? As the chosen one, your humility and openness are powerful tools for building meaningful connections and fostering trust. Handling admiration is both a privilege and a responsibility, chosen one. Embrace it with grace, humility, and a heart focused on God. Let the respect and attention you receive inspire you to continue living a life that reflects His love and truth. Through your actions and choices, you can show others that true greatness lies in serving a purpose greater than yourself. As the chosen one, your journey of abstaining from carnal distractions and focusing on God has naturally drawn attention to you, creating both admiration and demands on your time and energy. In the midst of this growing visibility, solitude becomes an essential sanctuary. Solitude is not loneliness. It is a sacred space where you retreat to reconnect with God, realign with your purpose, and replenish your spirit. This balance between engagement with others and intentional withdrawal is crucial for sustaining your spiritual journey. Reflect on your experiences with solitude. Have you intentionally carved out moments of stillness to spend with God, away from the noise of daily life? Perhaps these moments have been in prayer, meditation, or simply sitting quietly in His presence. As the chosen one, these times of solitude are where your strength is renewed and where you can hear God's voice more clearly. Consider how these moments have shaped your perspective and given you clarity about your next steps. Solitude is a space for self-reflection and growth. Reflect on what solitude has revealed to you about yourself. Have you uncovered strengths you didn't realize you had, or identified areas where you need growth? Solitude allows you to confront your inner world honestly, without distraction. It's in these moments that God often reveals truths about who you are and who you are becoming as the chosen one. How has this self-awareness deepened your understanding of your call? Solitude also helps you manage the demands of influence and admiration. Reflect on how stepping away from external attention has helped you maintain balance. As the chosen one, you are often in the position of giving, offering guidance, support, and encouragement to others. Solitude provides the necessary pause to fill your own cup, ensuring that you have the emotional and spiritual resources to continue pouring into others. Consider how solitude strengthens your connection with God. In these quiet moments, you can lay down your burdens, share your hopes and fears, and seek His guidance without interruption. Reflect on how these intimate conversations with God have shaped your faith. Have you experienced moments of clarity, reassurance, or inspiration during these times? As the chosen one, solitude is not just a retreat. It is a meeting place where you and God can deepen your relationship. Finally, reflect on the discipline of solitude. In a world that glorifies busyness, choosing to step back requires intentionality. How have you prioritized solitude amidst your responsibilities? What practices help you guard this sacred time? As the chosen one, solitude is not a luxury. It is a necessity for staying rooted in your purpose and connected to the source of your strength. Solitude is your sanctuary, chosen one. Embrace it as a gift and a tool for growth. Through solitude, you will find the clarity, strength, and peace needed to navigate your journey with grace and purpose. As the chosen one, your commitment to abstaining from carnal distractions and focusing on God has elevated the importance of spiritual disciplines in your life. These practices, prayer, fasting, scripture study, worship, and more, are not just routines. They are lifelines that keep you grounded, focused, and connected to God. In a world that constantly pulls you in different directions, these disciplines are the foundation upon which your spiritual growth and resilience are built. Reflect on the role spiritual disciplines have played in your journey thus far. How have practices like daily prayer or scripture reading provided guidance and strength? Perhaps you've noticed how starting your day with intentional time with God sets the tone for everything that follows. As the chosen one, these disciplines are not obligations. They are opportunities to align your heart and mind with God's will. Consider how your spiritual disciplines have evolved as your journey has deepened. Are there new practices you've adopted, or existing ones you've approached with greater intentionality? Perhaps fasting has become a tool for focusing your prayers, or worship has taken on a more profound significance. Reflect on how these changes have enriched your relationship with God and enhanced your ability to navigate challenges with faith and clarity. Spiritual disciplines also serve as a defense against distractions and temptations. Reflect on how these practices have helped you stay committed to your path, even when faced with challenges. Prayer, for example, is not just a conversation with God. It's a source of strength that equips you to resist the pull of worldly desires. Scripture study provides the wisdom and perspective needed to make decisions that align with your calling as the chosen one. How have these practices equipped you to remain steadfast in your commitment? These disciplines also deepen your understanding of God's character and His plans for you. Reflect on the revelations you've received through your time with Him. Have specific scriptures or moments in prayer brought clarity about your purpose or reassurance about your journey? As the chosen one, these insights are precious gifts, providing the direction and encouragement you need to continue walking in faith. Finally, reflect on the communal aspect of spiritual disciplines. While many practices are personal, others can be shared with others, such as corporate worship or group Bible studies. How have these communal experiences strengthened your faith and built connections with others on similar journeys? As the chosen one, your spiritual disciplines not only nurture your own growth, but also inspire and encourage those around you. Strengthening your spiritual disciplines is an ongoing process, chosen one. Embrace these practices as tools for growth, sources of strength, and expressions of your love and devotion to God. Through them, you will continue to deepen your faith, refine your character, and equip yourself for the incredible purpose God has set before you. Let these disciplines anchor you, guiding you through every season of your journey. As the chosen one, your decision to abstain from carnal distractions and focus on God has set you apart. But it has also brought its share of challenges. This path, while fulfilling, is not without its trials. Misunderstandings, temptations, and moments of doubt are inevitable. Yet, how you navigate these challenges defines the depth of your faith and the strength of your character. Walking through difficulties with grace is not just a testament to your growth. It is a beacon of hope to others. Reflect on the specific challenges you've faced since embarking on this journey. Have there been moments when temptations arose, testing your resolve? Or perhaps you've encountered criticism or skepticism from others who don't understand your commitment. As the chosen one, these challenges are not meant to deter you, but to refine you. How have these experiences shaped your perspective on perseverance and faithfulness? Navigating challenges with grace begins with a heart anchored in trust. Reflect on how your relationship with God has been your foundation during these moments. When faced with uncertainty or difficulty, how has prayer, scripture, or worship helped you find peace and clarity? As the chosen one, your ability to lean on God in times of struggle is a reflection of your deep trust in His plan for your life. Grace also involves maintaining compassion and patience toward others, even when they misunderstand or oppose you. Reflect on how you've handled interactions with those who question your journey. Have you responded with kindness and humility, or have you struggled with frustration? As the chosen one, these moments are opportunities to reflect God's love and truth, even in the face of misunderstanding. How can you continue to approach these situations with grace, ensuring that your actions align with your faith? Challenges also reveal areas of personal growth. Reflect on the lessons you've learned about yourself through these trials. Have they highlighted fears, insecurities, or patterns of thought that needed to be addressed? These insights are gifts, offering you the chance to grow stronger and more self-aware. As the chosen one, each challenge becomes a stepping stone, bringing you closer to the person God has called you to be. Finally, consider how navigating challenges with grace has inspired those around you. Reflect on the moments when your response to difficulty became a testimony to others. Whether it was your ability to remain calm under pressure, your refusal to compromise your values, or your willingness to forgive, your actions speak volumes. As the chosen one, your grace in adversity is a powerful witness to the strength and peace that come from walking in alignment with God. Navigating challenges with grace is not about perfection. It's about perseverance. Embrace each trial as an opportunity to grow, to deepen your faith, and to demonstrate the transformative power of God's presence in your life. With grace, you can turn every challenge into a victory, drawing closer to your purpose and inspiring others along the way. As the chosen one, your journey of abstaining from carnal distractions and dedicating yourself to God is not just transforming your life, it's creating ripples that extend far beyond you. The choices you've made, the integrity you display, and the light you carry are inspiring others and expanding your circle of impact. This influence is not accidental. It is a divine assignment, calling you to touch lives in ways you may not even fully realize. Reflect on how your journey has already impacted those around you. Perhaps family members, friends, or colleagues have noticed the changes in your behavior, attitude, or priorities. Are they asking questions, seeking advice, or expressing admiration for your choices? As the chosen one, these moments of recognition are opportunities to share your story and point others toward God. How have you used these interactions to plant seeds of faith and encouragement? Expanding your circle of impact also involves intentionality. Reflect on how you can proactively reach out to others who might benefit from your testimony or guidance. Are there individuals in your life who are struggling with similar challenges or searching for deeper meaning? Consider how you can create opportunities for meaningful conversations, mentorship, or acts of kindness. As the chosen one, your influence is not limited to those who seek you out. It can also extend to those you intentionally engage. Consider the broader communities you are part of. Reflect on how your journey can contribute to the growth and well-being of these groups. Perhaps you feel called to lead a Bible study, volunteer for a cause, or share your experiences in a larger forum. How can your unique perspective as the chosen one bring value to these spaces? Reflect on the gifts and talents God has given you and how they can be used to serve and inspire others. Expanding your circle of impact also requires discernment. Reflect on how you balance your growing influence with the need to stay true to your spiritual goals. As the chosen one, it's essential to ensure that your actions remain aligned with God's purpose and that your efforts to impact others do not detract from your personal relationship with Him. How do you maintain this balance, ensuring that your outward focus is supported by a strong inward foundation? Finally, reflect on the legacy you are building through your impact. Each life you touch, each seed you plant, contributes to a larger story of transformation and hope. As the chosen one, your influence is not just about the present, it's about creating a ripple effect that extends into the future. Reflect on how you can continue to expand your impact in ways that glorify God and leave a lasting imprint on the lives of others. Expanding your circle of impact is both a privilege and a responsibility, chosen one. Embrace it with humility, intentionality, and faith, knowing that every action you take has the potential to inspire, uplift, and transform. Through your journey, you are not just walking your own path, you are lighting the way for others to follow. As the chosen one, your decision to abstain from carnal distractions and dedicate yourself to God has brought you increased visibility and influence. People admire your commitment, seek your guidance, and look to you as a role model. Yet, with this public recognition comes a challenge: balancing the demands of your public persona with the quiet, private devotion that fuels your spiritual journey. Maintaining this balance is essential for preserving your authenticity, protecting your well-being, and ensuring your actions remain rooted in faith. Reflect on how your growing visibility has affected your daily life. Are there moments when the expectations of others feel overwhelming, or when the demands on your time leave little space for yourself? As the chosen one, your ability to navigate these pressures is critical. How have you adjusted your routines or boundaries to ensure that your personal spiritual practices remain a priority? Reflect on how these adjustments have helped you stay grounded amidst the increasing attention. The balance between public and private also requires safeguarding relationship. Reflect on the importance of setting aside uninterrupted time. These practices reconnect with a source of strength. These sustained private devotion, meditation, public influence. Consider the expectations placed upon others. Reflect on the times when you felt pulled in different directions, trying to meet how do you discern which demands to prioritize and which to defer? As the chosen one, this discernment is a vital skill, ensuring that your actions are guided by this revelation. Reflect on how you learn to say no with grace, trusting that God's plan for you is not about pleasing everyone, but fulfilling His specific calling. Balance of public and private also requires transparency. Reflect on how you manage the temptation to project a flawless image to others. Have you been open about your struggles, doubts, moments of weakness? Or have you felt pressure to maintain a facade of perfection? As the chosen one, your willingness to be vulnerable can be a powerful testimony, showing others that faith is not about being perfect, but about relying on God's strength in every circumstance. Finally, reflect on how you can continue to protect your private boundaries you need to strengthen, habits you need to adopt to ensure that your pursuit is the chosen one. This balance is not just about maintaining, it's about honoring the sacred connection. Embrace it with intentionality and grace. Sustain your spiritual. Protecting your private devotion will ensure that your public influence remains authentic, meaningful, and aligned with God's purpose. As the chosen one, your journey has transformed not only your relationship with God, but also your relationships with others. Abstaining from carnal distractions and focusing on spiritual growth has redefined how you connect with God. Many approach in several ways. Cultivating lasting, meaningful relationships requires intentionality, discernment, and commitment to mutual growth. Reflect on how your relationships have evolved since you began this journey. Are there people in your life who have become closer to you because of your spiritual transformation? Perhaps they admire your growth, share your values, deepening your bond. Reflect on these connections and consider adding to your spiritual journey. As the chosen one, these relationships are blessings, providing encouragement, accountability, and a sense of community. Consider, too, the relationships that may have changed or drifted away. Reflect on the friendships or associations that no longer align with your values and goals. These shifts can be they are necessary. As the chosen, you navigate these changes with grace and understanding. Reflect on lessons these transitions have taught you. Limits, boundaries, subscribe yourself, lasting relationships, identify which relationships to invest in deeply, which to maintain at a distance. Challenge chosen. These are the relationships that you should